Hello, good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here. Today with a friendly reminder that if you haven't started your grind toward the Gross Occur first, the Cabalros yet, that you should definitely start doing that as soon as you can. Why? Because if you forgot, quite some time ago, it was announced that the Khabarovsk, then the Gross Occur first, will be removed from their tech line places and replaced with new ships, the new Tier 10 Soviet destroyer, the Delany for the Khabarovsk, and the new Tier 10 German battleship, the Prussian, or the Prussian, is apparently how you're supposed to say it, for the Gross Occur first. Now, we got some vague time frame back when this was first announced. It was said to be early 2022. Now, Wargaming doesn't normally say early 2022 or late 2022. They normally say next year or around this patch or so forth and so on. So them saying early 2022 for these two ships has me believing that this will probably be happening around February or March. So if you haven't started yet, that means you have about a month or so to grind up to the Prussian and the Khabarovsk in order to get their premium counterparts, because both ships, they're being removed, yes, but they're going to the armory as Tier 10 coal ships, both of them. Now, why would you want to hurry up and grind these ships if you can get them as coal ships afterwards for free? Well, first off, that's two less coal ships you'd have to grind up to, and you could spend your coal on another coal ship, something like the Napoli or the Palmer, a lot better coal ships in my mind to grind and spend your coal on, rather than two ships that right now you can grind up to for just normally grinding through the lines and get what will become two premium ships for free. In addition to, if you do have the Gross Occur first and the Khabarovsk already, and you do have camouflage for them, if you have their Type 20 camo, you will be credited the Type 20 camo for the Prussian and the Khabarovsk if you do wind up getting those afterwards. So you get a free premium Tier 10 ship, and you also get the camouflage for your new Techline Tier 10 ship. It's a pretty good deal, and they've changed that since they started to do this. And if you're wondering why the Gk and the Khabarovsk are being removed, it's because they don't, quote-unquote, from Wargaming themselves, fit the line. Gk, I can kind of see that, because the German battleships from Tier 7 up all have dual guns, and then you get to the Gk and she has triple guns and 12 of them. And the Prussian, I mean, I'm not going to complain about an 18-inch German battleship at Tier 10 with basically the same stats as everything else on the Gk. Now, the Khabarovsk, that one makes a little bit more sense. The Delny is essentially a bigger Tashkent, and I can see that. And, you know, Khaba being premium, that's one of my favorite DDs. So now that I get a premium Khabarovsk with reduced maintenance cost, again, I'm not going to cry over that either. But some more information has come out, and I was waiting to see if any more information was going to be released on maybe the exact patch for this. Again, I'm sure they will, of course, give us at least, at bare minimum, a one-patch warning when exactly this is going to happen. But not everyone has the time to grind up, you know, two Techline Tier 10 ships in the time span of a month. So just for those of you that watch and haven't done that haven't started your grind yet, you should probably do that pretty soon. But something has changed, and some advice that I've given in the past is kind of, well, wrong now. So before I said that in order to maximize your gain, you should sell your Gk and Khaba right before whatever patch drops that releases the Prussian and the Delny, because you would get maximum profit at that point. Because even if you have the ship researched but not purchased, you would get the new ship. So that way you don't have to spend your credits buying the buying the new ship, well, buying the old ship if you don't need to. Or if you already have the old ship, you can just sell it and then obviously make profit afterwards. But now they've changed it to where if you have the Gk or the Khabarovsk, or well, if you have both of them, you will get half of their purchase value in credits, which is more than what you'll get for selling them. It's not a whole lot more, but for anyone that's in a bind for credits, it is a big help. So the Gk, if you already have the GK in your port on the night of whatever the patch it is that will replace the GK goes live, you will get 10,300,000 credits in your account, in addition to GK being premium and these permanent camo for the Prussian if you already purchased the permanent camo for the GK. And this is 291 million. I'm sorry, no, 291,000 more credits than you get for just selling the GK. If you sell the GK outright right now, it's 10 million. It's 10,009,000 credits. Same story with the Cabrosk. It's a couple 100,000 credits more, but hey, more credits is more credits. So don't shell your GK or your Khaba. Just keep them on your port. Don't have to worry about doing that at all if you're worried about maximizing your profits. So yeah, just make sure you do that. For those of you that have them already, of course, if you don't have them, then there's no real point in buying them, because you do have to spend the full amount of credits to buy them, and then they get removed, and then you only get half of the credits amount back. So if you don't have them purchased just yet, just go ahead, research them out. Just make sure you got the ship fully researched, and just don't purchase it, and then you'll get your premium GK once that patch goes live. Same with the Cabrosk as well. Now, unfortunately, you do not get the new ship in the line afterwards. You do have to research that afterwards. So if you want to just be fully prepared to pop into your new ship, you can do one of two things. One, you can play the tier 9 and get enough research XP points on that ship. That way, once the update goes live, just go ahead and spend your XP on, let's say, the Tashkent and get your new Downey. I'd assume it's the same amount as for the Cabrosk. I don't see why they would suddenly up that amount just because they're replacing the tier 10. But if you want to be safe, maybe just round up to the nearest thousandth. But again, I don't think they'll pull a fast one on you right that. And with the Tashkent, that's not a very hard choice since they nerfed the Cabrosk, the Cabrosk range. The Tashkent's kind of better than the Cabrosk. I mean, I like the Cabrosk more, but the Tashkent is a very, 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 very good tier 9 Soviet cruiser. I've set many a fire, annoyed many a battleship, murdered many a DD in there. The HE on that, well, not just the HE, the AP is also really good too on the Tashkent and the Cabrosk as well. But the guns on that destroyer are absolutely sweet. And you'd have to do the same for the FTG, which is a bit of a taller order because the FTG is arguably one of the worst tier 9 tech line battleships, at least. Thankfully the Marlborough does exist now, so I think overall the FTG is better than the Marlborough. I think we can all safely agree on that. Now, again, after all the buffs that the FTG has gotten, they improved, I believe, her pins. She's got the American battleship dispersion ellipse now, and with the new secondary skills, the FTG is a lot better because you can get the secondaries out a little bit further now, and it's just a little bit better than it used to be. I mean, good God, I grinded through stock FTG back in the day because I rushed through Bismarck. I think it was during, it was during the anniversary event. They had those triple XP bonuses on for the first win of the day. So I'd use that to just absolutely monkey grind through the Bismarck and then get to the FDG, and I'm out of XP and stuff, and the event ends, and now I'm stuck having to grind through a stock FDG before they gave her all those lovely buffs. But thankfully you guys don't have to deal with that. You can just go through the FDG, just stack up the XP on that. It's probably a safe choice to use the smaller guns in the FDG because you get the faster reload time, but if you're more of a brawler, you're going to want to go for the upgraded guns because you can deliver a bigger punch in one drive-by with those guns with the FDG. But yeah, just make sure if you do want to just be able to play those ships on day one that you stock up enough XP on their tier 9 counterparts. Or conversely, if you just really like grinding, you could just grind up what would that be, 600 or 800 million free XP, not million, 800,000 free XP. Why do I keep converting the thousandth to millionths? Good God, my brain is fried today. I'm sorry, y'all. But you could grind up a couple of 100,000 free XP in order to just go ahead and plop that free XP down on those ships when they do release. If you want to do that, that's another way to do it, but I'm pretty sure it'd be easier just to, I know grinding the FDG is not a fun thing, but I'm pretty sure it'd be easier just to grind on the FDG and save that XP there. But anyway, guys, just want to make sure you guys were aware of that this removal and replacement of both the Grosse Kerr first and the Cabalros is probably happening pretty soon, so if you haven't done it yet, now's the time to, if you want to at least. I'm not saying you have to do this, I'm just saying there's something you should do if you want a couple of free tier 10 premium ships, but now's the time to put your nose down and start the grind on these ships. I will be live streaming right here on the channel and on Twitch. Link to that is also on the homepage for the channel from around 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time to 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So make sure you guys come out and join the stream for that. We always have a fantastically fun time on stream, so make sure you guys come out for that. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday, and you will have a wonderful first weekend of 2022, and I hope that your 2022 is a lot better than your 2021, and we'll see how this week finishes off. It's been an okay week for me so far, considering everything that's going on. But anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful time and a wonderful week. Hope to catch you guys tonight on stream, and in the next one.